This is how we roll. We've got... Hey. So I wanted to show you how I pack for a 10-week trip to Europe, and I was in both very hot and cool weather. So winter weather, it has been a bit of a challenge because we fly carry-on. At least this time we did. And of course we find that a lot easier because when you're at the airport and you've had a long flight, the last thing you want to do is hang around and see if your bags made it. So this way, when we get off the plane, we just continue on to customs, and we find that it's a lot less stressful. It's also cheaper, and though it makes packing quite a challenge, or it can. This is all I have with me. We have been here for just over 10 weeks, and it has been absolutely fine. I really haven't missed anything. I've used most of what I had, and that's why I wanted to do this video at the end of our trip so that I could sort of tell you what I used and what I didn't, how I did in my thinking beforehand. I think it's really useful to sort of know what is going to work and what isn't from other people's experience. So in this case, what I have here, first of all, is I have my carry-on bag. This is a Delsey bag. I got this quite a few years ago, but it is a very good quality, soft-sided carry-on bag. Now, before I got this bag, what I did was I did go onto a few airline sites, and we often fly a budget airline, and so I did check to see what their requirements were, and I got one that fit the smaller requirements for carry-on luggage from like Ryanair or EasyJet. They have some of the smallest requirements. It is a rolly case. I like soft-sided. I know the hard-sided is very popular these days, but I like soft-sided because sometimes you can squish them in. And so so in here right now, the only thing I have are my Birkenstocks, and so they go in here, and I also put in my running shoes. So the shoes stay on the outside of my case. So now this is where everything else goes that fits in my bag. Okay, so first I'm going to go over everything that's in the suitcase. The first thing that I will show you are tops with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main tops of t-shirts and a light sweater. So I have a black tank top. I wore this a lot, so I recommend having at least one black tank top. If you're going especially to warmer weather, you can wear it in the evening and dress it up, or during the day in layers. I have one short sleeve sweater, and I wore this as well, and mainly because it was Christmas time here, and so I wanted something that sort of went with those seasonal colors. I have one white t-shirt, short sleeved, and one white t-shirt, long sleeved. And a long sleeve t-shirt I think is key because, again, you can layer it when it's cold, and it's also good for keeping the sun off. It's cozy. I can wear it. I wore that a lot. And then one gray t-shirt as well, short sleeved. Now, as far as tops go, I also had 2 long sleeve shirts. So I have a black one, and I wore this a lot as well. These are from Eddie Bauer. They are wrinkle resistant. They do not wrinkle at all. They were a really good buy. I would buy them again for sure. I also have a white one. I wore this one even more than the black one because I also wore it to protect me from the sun. And again, because it was Christmas, I did want a little bit more of something dressy for fall and Christmas, really, because I wore this all the time. I even wore it on in Italy when it was fairly warm, but at night, so in the evening. And because it is sweater, it doesn't wrinkle. It always looked good, and it does take up a fair bit of room, I will say, but I wore it enough that it was worth it, so that's good. Now, pants. I have often found that I don't wear pants as much as skirts in hot weather, but I really need them for the cold weather. And we were in Scotland. It was cold. That was October. And then we went to Italy, to Sicily, where it was hot. And so I really had to change it up there. So as far as pants go, I brought one pair of vegan leather pants, and these are great in the rain, I found, or if it was really windy. In cold weather, I put a pair of tights on underneath and they were perfect. So the vegan leather pants are also pretty stylish out in the evening. And I also have one pair of white wide leg light cotton pants, also to protect me from the sun and when I needed something lighter. So those are great. I would say these are the pants that I wore the most. These are my Lululemon. They are lightweight joggers. They have slits going up the bottom for ventilation, and they are super comfortable. They have these little bands in them. You can stick your sweater in through those. Zippered pockets as well. I often wore these, well, we flew a couple of times and I did wear these on the plane because they are nice and cool. As I said, sometimes it gets really hot on the plane. I get hot anyway. Sometimes I'm cold, but I found that wearing these was a great option. I also had one pair of jeans. These are a pair of wide-legged. These are pretty big. They're vintage jeans, so they're pretty heavy too. Not a lot of stretch in them, but they look really nice with lots of different things. And I wore them all the time. So that's my pants. I did also have a couple of other options too. Now, one thing that I did not bring with me that I should have was a pair of shorts. I debated on whether or not to bring them, and I didn't, and I needed some shorts when we were in Italy, so I bought a pair. Now this is a skirt, and it's kind of dressy because I found in Italy, you know, they don't really wear athletic wear, and I wanted something to wear that was still stylish enough to go to a restaurant while being cool. So these worked well for that. I also have one pair of leggings, and black leggings. I wore black leggings a lot too. One pair of wind pants. And these I wore over my leggings if it was really cold or very windy or rainy. And I probably didn't need these. I had enough with my Lululemons and the leggings really. But they are a nice option. If I was going away and it was colder, I definitely would have worn these more. So those are all my pants. And last is something I practically lived in these, because this is what I wore around the house. So I didn't bring like sweatpants. I brought these are Juicy Couture velour pants. They are so comfortable and cozy. And if I was just hanging out, sometimes, you know, when we were in the end of our time in Italy, it was quite cool in the house. They don't heat their homes. And so if it gets down to, you know, 10, 12, 14 degrees, it's cool, especially in the morning. And so I was really glad that I had something warm and cozy to wear. And this is part of a set. I wear this a lot too. I probably may not have gotten this color again, but I really found that this was very useful to have. It's got a really nice warm hood on it. And again, it's really cozy to wear inside. Now, I did also bring one fleece. This is a very, very light fleece. It's from Colombia. And I wore this a lot as well. As I said, sometimes it was really cool inside and I just wanted something nice and cozy. And so that was really good for that. I also had a couple of jackets. So this was great. I did wear this because we did go out in the evening a fair bit. And I really love the style of this. It dressed up just my plain pants, and I wore it many times. It's warm but not too warm, and I really felt it also, it doesn't wrinkle, of course. Nice when I went out for a festive occasion. We were in some nice hotels, so there were times where I wanted to be a little dressier. And then I have two scarves. This one, which went with my jacket, and sort of I had this and this as a little coordination with some black pants in the evening. And this is my scarf that I wear all the time. I bring it on the plane. I wear it at the beach. I wear it for a cover-up. And it's my favorite, and I wouldn't go without it. And the last is a jean jacket. Jean jackets are, I think, a basic for travel. They're just something that you can have with you, and they go with almost all of the rest of my outfits. So that's good. Outerwear was what I sort of concentrated on, because what I found was the jean jacket, the dressy jacket, the hooded, the hoodie. It's the only hoodie that I brought was the pink one. I have one packable puffy coat, and this was worn often because you need a puffy coat, I think. I bought some gloves while I was in Scotland because I didn't bring gloves, so that's one thing that I did get when I was here. And one rain jacket. So when it was really cold, I could put the rain, or really rainy, I could put the rain jacket over the puffer. Sometimes I could just wear the rain jacket as well if it was cooler, but I needed something to protect me. I did wear this a fair bit as well. Yeah, so that is the outerwear. Okay, next I had this was mainly used at the beach for a cover-up, to lay on, and as a towel. Turkish towels are, I think, one of the best things you can bring with you because they are so versatile. The one thing that I did not have with me that I wished I'd had was a light dress. When we were in Sicily, it was hotter than I thought it was going to be. Usually it was between 22 and 25 degrees, but when we first got there, it was 25 to 30 degrees for about a week. And I was very hot in all of my clothes. So I did buy a dress, a light dress while I was there, and this is it. And I did wear this several times when it was so hot. I also have a swimsuit, and I brought just the one swimsuit, and that was important. My underwear, I brought 10 pairs of underwear. And I also have one little light black tank top, and I could use this for sleeping in, or again, if it was really warm out. I brought too many socks. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of socks. And I did not need 5 pairs of socks. I could have gotten away with 2, 3 max. I did bring a hat because you need a hat. I brought a black one because I also wore it in the rain. So if it was raining, has a bit of a brim on it, and I also wore it if I was hiking, especially out for the day. Very important. And I have my bras. I brought one exercise top one, and I could wear this as well when it was very warm. And then 1, 2, 3 bras. While I was here in England, I bought tights because I didn't have any tights, and I really needed, I really found that I needed some tights, both to go with the dress and under pants when it was really chilly out. So I always like to carry a little bag to put my dirty clothes in. And that is everything as far as clothes, including what I have on. So I did bring a black turtleneck and these pants, which I actually wore both of these things as well. So 10 weeks in Europe. I mean, you want to look nice, you know, sometimes, especially if you are staying in some nicer hotels, or if you're going to be out to dinner, or you know, to feel your best in Europe. Okay, so how do I get all of this in here? Well, I use packing cubes. So packing cubes are something that help me keep my clothing organized, but they also compress it down. I do a combination of rolling and laying it flat. It just sort of depends on what it is. So most of the time I roll, and I roll it all, and then I put it into the packing cubes. So I'm going to show you some of that. And the other thing I did bring with me is this day bag. And now this is extra because you can only really have your personal item and your carry-on bag for flight. And so when we were flying, this ends up going down into my backpacks. So, but this was very, very good to have. We did so many day trips, and I really think that you need very light backpack. This one is from Mountain Equipment Co-op, but there's a million different kinds. I like this one because it has 2 little side pockets, 3 main ones, and then it zips into this little area here as well. This is what I wore most of the time, this sling bag. I like the Uniqlo one, but this one has more pockets. I need some pockets for organization. Everything fit in here for my day trips. So this is my under the seat, my personal item bag. This is a bag from PackSafe. It has a couple of features on it that helps keep things safe, because I do have my laptop in it, and it's also the bag that we carry our passports in. My toiletries go in here. All the electronics that I carry come in my little tech case. So I'll show you that. It does fit a fair bit, but it's not too big, I will say. I love how it opens like this, so I think that that's really important. I can see inside really easily. It does have really very well made straps, and I wear it as a backpack often. And very importantly, it does slide onto my suitcase, and so that when I'm in the airport and rolling along, I have this and this together. So I will show you what's in here. So one of the things that's in here is, this is where I carry all my cords and chargers and things like that. They all go in this tech bag. I also have another little bag. This is where I carry extra things. I have little medications, like Tylenol and Benadryl, you know, clippers, extra contact lenses. I have one of these little makeup removal face cloths, and these are wonderful. They really save me a lot of space because I don't need a cleanser of any kind with them. Band-aids, lots of little things like that. They all are in here. This is what we carry our passports in, and I also use this to organize my other papers and whatnot that I need to have. And then this lives in this pocket, and it's very secure in there. This does have a little feature where the zipper fits down in this, and it's almost impossible to get that open without really trying hard. And so in here goes my makeup. So all of my makeup is in this small case. This is where I keep my jewelry. My jewelry all fits into this nice little velvet case, and I've had this for a really long time, and I would recommend something like this. There are roll-up ones, different kinds, but liquids bag. I always travel with at least 1 or 2 of these to put my liquids in. I have them separated out. When I'm not flying, I usually keep everything in this one bag. The other thing that I do carry with me is a mirror, because it's magnified and I need that. A lot of places you just don't have a mirror where you need one, and so I now travel with one. I didn't used to, but I also have a brush, and then a bunch of little odds and ends in there. And so that is all of my toiletries and accessories, and it all goes in here. And then this. Fits on there, and it's really quite sturdy, which I like. The 4 wheels balance it well. I can clip it on with my thingy if I want to, and yeah. So one thing that I do think is important is that you be able to lift your luggage. So when we are on a train, which we were on several of them, it's important to be able to lift your luggage up the stairs. In Italy, we had many stairs in our Airbnbs, and I needed to be able to carry this at least up the stairs, and it was important. Also, you have to be able to put that over into the overhead bin. Michael does help me with that sometimes, but I like to be able to do it on my own if I need to. And it's good to be able to be self-sufficient that way and be able to roll your bags around and do it all independently. And I hope that you have enjoyed this video and that it's helpful for you, and I wish you safe travels.